Here we are. Happy Tips and Tea Tuesday.
Happy Tips and Tea Tuesday, Queen. How are you this morning?
Doing good, doing good. At the suggestion of my co-host, my amazing, beautiful, talented co-host, Mr. Teacher Booker, I'm on coffee this morning. Forget that tea.
Coffee is the way to go. Sometimes we need that extra pick me up.
We do. Today is one of those days. It's kind of dreary out today because it's really cloudy here. It's supposed to rain pretty much the whole day. So I think I'm going to have some little bit of extra help this morning.
Yes, ma'am. It's been looking a little overcast here as well. I don't know what this weather's doing. It needs to make up its mind whether it wants to be summer or fall or winter.
It's like I want to be both. I'm multifaceted.
Yes, ma'am.
There you go.
I see we got
Good
Miss Armstrong in the
morning.
chat. Good morning, Queen. How are you? Happy Tips and Tea Tuesday.
Good morning. Good morning. I see Yolanda Peeler. Shout out to you, Queen. Nita Jones. Good morning.
Welcome in. Welcome
Hello,
in.
hello, Kier.
Good morning, Kier.
Oh,
Bless rising.
Kier. Don't write me up. I ain't make prayer call this morning. I always try to make at least Tuesday, Wednesday mornings. You know, that's my jam right there. And yeah, yeah. I ain't even hear nothing. My alarm said you missed your 5 a.m. alarm.
You missed your 5 a.m. alarm.
Have you ever been cursed out by your alarm before? Like,
Yeah. Yeah. Me and my alarm have a love-hate relationship, and the snooze gets in the way.
that's where we're at this morning. I literally looked at my notification. It said you missed
Mm.
your 5 a.m. alarm. And then it said you're about to miss your 6 a.m. alarm.
And so, in other words, it's time to get up.
It's time to get up. So, yeah, I accidentally turned on my do not disturb yesterday because I was on calls and my phone was just lighting up with all the group chats that was happening.
Mhm.
And muting the notifications for whatever reason did not work. It wanted to push through anyway. So I put on do not disturb and forgot to take the do not disturb off. So that was my bad.
I have definitely been guilty of that. You put it on for a certain amount of time, and then you're like, oh, shoot, I forgot to turn that off. I'd have missed 5 calls.
Yeah, I must have needed that sleep. I'm just gonna say that. Oh, thank you, Kia. She's trying to make me feel better, but I've already been cursed out by my alarm, so it's too late.
Oh, Lord,
Your
yes.
alarm clock call you out, you know it's something. What's up, Vivi? Vivi is in the chat. Good morning, Queen.
Good morning. Good morning. Welcome in, Queen. Happy
Miss
Tips and Tea
Vivi Queen.
Tuesday.
Good morning. Good morning. All right. Well, it is 7 minutes past. I think we should
Yes.
jump into it. You ready?
I think we should. Yes, ma'am. Well, welcome in everyone. Good morning, and welcome to another episode of Tips and Tea Tuesday. This is a space where we talk faith, finance, and mindset. And summer is here. We definitely know that. You know, the girl trips are rolling in, the brunch invitations, the concert tickets, and all the things that happen with summer. And those online stores and sales, they are calling our name every day. But today we're going to talk about how to have a hot girl summer and creating and not being broke. Not being smart about it, being intentional about it, budgeting, all those things. And because around here we are choosing to be, we're not choosing between fun. We are going to be financially responsible while doing the fun, while having the fun. And I am here with my beautiful and amazing co-host, Miss Chantella Shabazz. And of course, she's going to give us a recap from last week. And also, now we need you to like, follow, and share. And if you know someone that this episode might touch or may benefit from, please tag them in it. Like, share, and follow. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Hey, thank you, Sibu. So, yeah, last week we went over unlearning survival habits, healing mentally and emotionally and financially. And we had C's amazing sister on, Miss Dr. Jerica Davis Wesley. So, please drop some hearts again for her in the chat. If you didn't get a chance to check out last week's live, where we just talked about all the things that we continue to push through, like people pleasing, when we're in avoidance and we try to fill our lives with busy work versus
Mhm.
addressing the things that have been keeping us stuck. She covered a lot of those like topics and just really gave us a lot of gems that we can kind of push through and work and be able to pull ourselves out of.
Yeah.
Just reminding us to seek help if we need to. So, yeah, please drop some hearts in the chat for Dr. J from last week. And if you didn't get a chance to check out that live, feel free to go on our YouTube at Tips and Tea Live and go ahead and read and watch that live again. She basically went over her story about why she jumped into this space and how she wanted to help people, you know, break these habits that they've been stuck in for so long. I know I went for like 30 years
Yes, honey.
before I had my people pleasing wake up moment. Sometimes it's still there. Things kind of reoccur, but it's how you address it when it comes back into your life, because we do go through cycles, and we kind of talked about that last week. But you don't have to keep repeating the same things that you did before. You are the author of your story. You can change that. It doesn't have to continue to be the same narrative over and over and over again. So she literally helped us realize what hyper independence was. The lady, the queen, the kings that always try to be strong, the people pleasing, the emotional shutdown. We went over burnout. So if you want to check out that live, definitely feel free to go back to either our Facebooks here. I know, see, you still have it up on your Facebook, or check us out on YouTube.
Yes, ma'am. And I remember us talking about the nap retreat and about resting and things last week. And it was crazy because I was scrolling through social media the other day and I ran across a flyer for the lady that does the nap retreats. So that is awesome,
Wow.
because you definitely have to rest and reset, because stress is real, life is real, and we have to rest. We definitely have to rest. But today we are going to talk about, hot girl summer and what does that mean to you, and how to approach your summer intentionally, not breaking ourselves down, not putting ourselves or overextending ourselves in these situations.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna ask
Absolutely.
our audience, what does hot girl summer mean to you? And what is your dream summer activity? Like, I know my dream summer activity is being on somebody's beach, or, just relaxing here in the ocean and just being able to relax. Just relaxation, being away, just a change of scenery. But we need to make sure that we're not putting our wants before our needs. If we cannot afford to do these trips, then we may not need to take them, because
Oh,
there's people that are paying for trips from last year.
that's true. That's true. My dream summer is to be able to go down to the beach
Hmm.
multiple times a week.
Oh,
not
yeah.
be stuck in the house so much and just letting work bury me down. So I definitely want to be able to at least 2, 3 times a week to just get out the house and just go explore the city and just go
Yeah.
hang out on the beach or on a pier. But that might look different for everyone and what they want to do this summer. I was talking to a gentleman, me and Aziz ran into some retired couples while we were out one day, and they
Hmm.
have been living in Playa del Carmen for at least like the last 10, 15 years. And he was like, even being retired down here, you got to be careful because, you know, it's a lifestyle where it's a lot of good restaurants, it's a lot of bars, it's a lot of things that you can do, and you can really spend up your money real quick
I
if you
bet.
allow the lifestyle to really take over. So you kind of got to be careful and realize even if you're retired or you're on that summer vacay and you want to go out every weekend because the weather is nicer, you still got to watch the money. There's still a budget that we
Right.
talked about at the beginning of the year, or you started at the end of the previous year to get yourself set and ready for 2026. So we want to just kind of go over some things where you can still have fun but not break the bag because we got to secure and protect the bag, like we mentioned a couple lives ago.
Yes, we definitely have to protect the bag, secure the bag. We don't want to take away from our emergency funds for these trips. Have you ever, because I mean, I know I have you ever taken a trip and then you come back and you've either regretted it or you're just not in a stable financial situation to sustain for the rest of that month?
Yeah, yeah. You know, it's happened to me. I went on a girls' cruise and I had to pack my lunch after that cruise for a while. It just went on there and ran it up. I didn't get the drink package. I was buying everything a la carte.
Gotcha.
That was my first cruise. So I didn't know. It's like you live and you learn. And I
Ex-
learned that if I'm gonna be drinking, I might as well get that drink package. But as I got older, I realized, okay, yeah, I don't need to buy the drink package because I don't drink like that anymore. So
Right.
it just depends on where you are in your life too. One more, I have to look at this other part for the chat because I can't see the screen today.
Oh, bless your heart. I can see him up there. But another thing is, I would say my tip for the hot girl summer, healthy hot girl summer at that, is, to stop funding your memories with debt. We don't want to, because, nowadays you can do everything with Klarna, Afterpay. They have these different apps where you can buy plane tickets, you can do your hotel, you can do your clothes. And then before you know it, every paycheck that you have coming in is paying for this trip that you've already taken. So we just
Hmm.
need to be intentional. If you are wanting to go on a trip and hey, okay, today is June 2nd. I'm going on this trip in August. Start putting a little bit of money away each week for that trip. So when that trip rolls around, you have some money to spend and you're not, pulling from your last paycheck where you need to pay bills. We just have to be a little bit more intentional about these things.
That's true. Absolutely. I feel like part of my tip was budget like you on vacation already, right?
Yeah.
Which you start pulling that money out of your checks each week to get yourself prepared and ready for it. So before you even book the trip, you start making the monthly payments to yourself. So open up the high yield savings account, which we talked about before. And this is what is really, really great for with the high yield savings versus when you have like a regular bank account, because the high yield savings is going to pay you more interest on the money that you're storing there. So we know we set it up for emergency funds. We know we save it up for like the big savings where we're trying to save for a down payment on a house. But you can also use the high yield savings for this girls trip or the vacation that you want to take. Maybe it's your bay trip. You and your boo thing is going on the trip together too. So you can start setting money aside for that. So even before you start booking, if that trip costs $600, that's kind of low. I'm just aiming low, y'all. I know it'd be more than that. You start saving $150 a week, for at
Mhm.
least 4 weeks, and then boom, you're there. So if you can't save for it, you may not be ready to charge it. So that's one of the things you have to think about too. Am I overextending myself by trying to put this trip on this credit card? How long is it actually going to take me to pay this back? maybe we're not going on the elaborate Caribbean vacation. Maybe we more so are staying a little bit more local and shooting down to like Florida, or maybe we're going to Texas, or maybe if we're in the Midwest, maybe we're shooting up to Wisconsin Dells or something like that, and just going to hang out at the lake. Something that's a little bit more budget friendly versus where it's going to cost you a few $1,000s to take this trip. Because if you got to put it on your credit card and make a payment arrangements to pay back the credit card, you're going to be hit with interest rates. That's what we have to pause and say, okay, am I okay with paying this credit card for the next 2 to 3 years because I took this one trip? Is that actually going to cause me more stress? Is it going to wipe out all the fun and good times I had on vacation because I'm stressing out about this credit card bill?
Yes. And then, I mean, just the stress of that. When you go to, if you have everything taken care of and you have all your ducks in a row, you have your money aside, then you're not taking away from your regular budget for this trip. So it's just being a little bit more intentional about what you want to do, how you want to do it, and having a plan.
Mhm.
Because a lot of times we wing it. Oh, I know I have the money for this. I know I have it, and then well, actually you forgot about this bill, or you forgot about this that's coming due. So we have to be intentional. We have to budget, and one thing is you could say I'm only going to do maybe 3 splurges for the summer. Like for example, one trip, not several. Not every weekend. Maybe one shopping trip for the summer. You get what you need to get. You don't need to go shopping every weekend. You don't need to go shopping every time you get paid. Because fact of the matter is, we have kids, school's coming up. We have to budget for school. The new school year. So every invitation that we get, everything that is going on, it doesn't necessarily deserve our wallet or our attention for that matter.
Mhm.
So sometimes we just have to think about, do I really need to do this? Am I just trying to keep up with the Joneses? Is this situation going to put me in a worse financial situation down the road? If maybe we really don't need to do it, or we need to come up with different strategies or different things that we can do that we can afford. I remember one time we were talking about budget friendly things, and you were talking about just like taking a tour of your city, because I'm sure there's places in each of our home states that we haven't toured or we haven't seen before. So that's something that you could possibly do this summer that may be a little bit more budget friendly. Just sometimes thinking outside the box can just be a game changer and be a little cheaper.
Oh, absolutely. And those who are in Chicago, there are so many free events that
Mhm.
happen in Chicago. So many neighborhood festivals. You can go down to Millennium Park. They do free concerts in the park, free movie nights. There's a couple coming up in June, at least two nights in June. They have free movie nights right there in the park. You can bring your own food, your own drinks and snacks and things, and just enjoy being outside and just, vibing with everybody. So, especially if you're on a budget and you're trying to stay, um, make sure that you're not overspending this year, because maybe last year was a little rough and you know what's coming up for you towards the end of this year, and you don't want to go too crazy during this time. Then check out some of those free events that's in your city, or your surrounding cities. If you're in Indiana, Wisconsin, you're close enough where you can drive up to Chicago to some of these events. And I know even in Wisconsin, in Milwaukee area, they have a lot of things there too. So, go on like your village sites, right? Go on the city of Chicago. They usually list some things out. You can go on TikTok. TikTok is the new Google, and just ask them, what's some free events that's coming up in your particular town, your particular city. Even Chat GPT got your back. AI gonna tell you as well.
Sure will.
As we got some comments in the chat. See, can you see those?
Um, Let me see. I see Shamir. What does it say? In outside to everything free, queen.
Yeah,
Yes, everything free. Anything free is for me.
I
And
know, right.
I'm so
And
sorry,
then
hon. I might need to take these glasses off so I can focus.
There you go. She
And follow
said,
the who is that from? Michelle Ramos, and follow the budget. It won't work if it's not applied. Oh, you made the comments bigger. Thank you. And Carmen Strong says, I will be in my birthday celebration, shopping and traveling. Let's go, Carmen. Happy early birthday to you, Queen. I got a summer birthday too.
there we go. Yep, the chat is live. They letting you all know you don't have to be overspenders.
No, ma'am.
And watch them invitations because not every invitation deserves a piece of your wallet.
Right. Yeah. No, no. We do not have to attend everything, and we do not have to spend money everywhere. I was just
Mhm.
thinking the other day, I'm gonna try to see if I can get through this week without spending any money other than my groceries.
There you go.
Yeah. So, I mean, you can do little challenges with yourself to try to save money or just different little things to cut back on things, or maybe don't go out to eat this week. Or if you know you're saving for your trip, don't do any extracurriculars 2 months prior to that trip. Save that money.
Yeah, I feel like if we're trying to hit the next tier of being wealthy, we have to realize that not even rich people don't spend money on everything,
Right.
right? And we have it in our heads that a lot of people are just out there spending money freely. Do they? Yeah, there's a lot of people who do, but there's people that's also building wealth that are not out here just dropping bags everywhere. So, most financially successful people they got there because they stuck to their budget, right?
Mhm.
The budget came first, and then the fun came second. It comes around as long as you stay on track.
Yes, ma'am, definitely. And sometimes the thing that we don't budget for when we're taking these vacations is just the daily activity. We definitely it's not the flight. We already know about that. We already know about the hotel, but it's the daily eating out, spending at the airport, getting that extra drink, that water that costs $5, instead of two.
Because
Uber
they are
ride.
again, you see, they will not let me bring my water into the airport because why? It's water. I'll take the cap off so you can smell it. Ain't nothing in there.
Right.
I'm just trying to blow up planes. I'm just thirsty.
Just a little parched over here, sir. Just need something to quench my thirst. Yes, but I mean, so those are some things that we just don't account for. You don't put in that budget. Oh, I'm going to spend 55, 75 at this restaurant today, and then later tonight I'm going to spend 23 more dollars. You just budget in. Oh well, I know this trip is going to be around about this amount. So those are some things that we need to take into account too with our budget, because those are the things that we can't know unless you just have to budget for them, or you have to put a little extra money aside for those things, because those are the things that are unexpected.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can set a daily spending limit, before you travel, but those are the things that we need to watch when we're going out of town and things. That daily eating out, the airport, or excuse me, the spending, the souvenirs. Because I know myself, I'm a souvenir person. I feel like every time I go somewhere, I need to bring something back. And I used to be the type of person I felt like I had to bring something back for everybody. You know what I
Yep.
mean? So yeah, cutting that habit, that saves me a lot of money.
Oh yeah. Now I start pre-warning people that okay, I'm not bringing y'all back anything just to let y'all know.
I'll
Most
bring
of
you
that
back some
stuff,
pictures.
they end up donated to Goodwill later down the line. Who really uses the T-shirts from the vacation trip? I can see like the refrigerator magnets. I used to use those a lot, especially when my kid was coming up and she had like school projects and stuff that we would put on the refrigerator. But are they really loving the souvenir vacation things that we bring back? And most of the time, people like the more heartfelt things that you kind of put more attention behind. I remember one time I went to the beach in Florida, and I brought back a bunch of seashells from the
Mhm.
beach from my coworkers. So instead of spending money, I brought back some seashells. They picked through them ones and picked out all the pretty ones, and they were so excited about it. One of my coworkers made a bracelet out of the seashells. That was free. I smuggled them back on the plane.
She said I smuggled them back. I know that's right. See, that's thinking outside the box. Free.
You do not have to spend money on souvenirs. Sometimes it's things like that. You can be a little bit more eclectic with your choices of what you're bringing back for people. But these all grown people, they get money. They don't need you to bring them back gifts every time you go somewhere.
It's true. I brought myself back. That's the gift. I'm here. I'm still with you.
Yeah, I'm coming back and I'm gonna share what happened so you can make the decision if you want to take a trip like this. That's my gift to you.
That's a good one. I like that.
Oh, let me stop. I'm gonna get in trouble again. But definitely, like Steve was mentioning with the eating out, the airport spending, bad. We eat every time we get to the airport because some flights be early. We early in the morning. We be having to get that early. But things like that, if you want to set up like a prepaid card for yourself and you say, okay, I'm putting $500 on this card. This is my extra money, my Uber money, my eating out money. If I need to buy some souvenirs, it's coming out of this prepaid card. And then once the money run out on that, that's it. That's it. So once you start getting low, you're like, okay, I can't keep buying all these extra things because this money is running low. And we approaching the end of the trip and I still need to eat these next 2 days. So that's the kind of way you can kind of get around. Lock that credit card down. Lock the credit card down so you only use it for emergencies. A lot of times when I go on vacations, I'll leave the credit card in the hotel safe, right? I don't even bring it with me while I'm out and about because I don't want to run it up and spend too much money on it if you have a problem with spending. Now, again, before you get to the trip, I do like to use my credit card for everyday purchases, so I can also get them points that add up so I can get a free flight based on them points that I'm using and spending every single day. I can use those points to pay for my hotel for that trip. So like I have an American Express Hilton card where I get a bunch of points and it gives me free night stays at any of the Hiltons around the world. And then I use my other card for benefits to give me cash back to go towards these trips or to be able to earn points to book flights. So if you're not utilizing those features, you should definitely look into like a rewards card that's either going to get you cash back, or if your goal is traveling more, right? Get you a travel card that's going to get you all those perks where you get the free flights. You can get discounts on food and beverage at hotels, get free night stays at hotels. So realizing what you want your plan and your goal to be for the summer, if you want to travel more, then jump ahead of it and get you a travel card. But don't overspend on the travel card again. Reiterate. You don't want to spend more than what's in your bank account.
Definitely don't want to do that.
Absolutely. Let's see. We have any more comments in the chat? I can't see.
I think mine might be a little delayed. Let me see. I see Carmen saying sharing pictures. Michelle Ramos said I was like that too. See, getting those souvenirs for everybody.
Nita Jones said she was like that too. Should get her $10 airport coffee.
Oh Lord, $10 for a coffee? Jesus.
So a travel hack on that, Nita, if you get you one of those credit cards that get you access to the airport lounges, you get that for free. You get the free coffee, you can get some free beverages, free snacks. So if you're everyday shopping, you buying groceries, you putting gas in your car, you paying certain bills with your credit card, and you're paying these off every month anyway, with those travel cards, as you're spending that money, those points are adding up. And you can get access to airport lounges where you can get that stuff for free. So you don't have to come out of pocket and spend that money on that $10 coffee.
Oh, yes.
So move smarter this season, this summer season. We definitely want to move smarter. We like the coffee. I like my $10 airport coffee too. It tastes different.
She said it tastes different.
Tastes different. I like it too. But now I'm gonna use these credit card perks to give me access to the free coffee versus
Yes,
coming out of my pocket with the extra money to pay for this coffee. Free tastes better. It
it
definitely does.
does. It definitely does. I definitely enjoyed the Delta Lounge last year when I was able to go in there. It was a nice experience. If you haven't tried it, you should definitely try it.
Oh
Um,
yes. Yes, yes. Oh, Nita says she knows now that Capital One.
there you go, Queen.
I think Capital One and I will say American Express has some of the best travel benefits with those cards. I do like both the features. Capital One is a little bit more budget friendly where the annual fee isn't so high.
Hmm.
But after you got to do the math too. So break down how much the annual fee is on some of these cards and see if it makes sense. Because if you're getting more back in perks than what you're spending out on the annual fee, it might be worth it for you. Right? Because if you are going to do a lot of traveling, like me and Mr. Shabazz, we did a lot of traveling the year prior. I think we were traveling basically almost every 2 months. We was on somebody's plane going back and forth. So with doing all that, I ran it up on that Amex and
Yeah.
used it, got a whole bunch of points and used it for a lot of free night stays and discounts on things. So I even transferred the points to my Amazon account and was able to get free things on Amazon because of it.
Oh, that's nice.
Hmm.
That's really nice.
It's a great beginner cat. Okay, Nita, you got a card. Okay,
What
okay.
beginner card?
Capital One. So Nita is saying Capital One is a great beginner card. I agree with that. And once you start a relationship with them, they like to build with you. So you eventually, once you build up a relationship with them, you can get added to like their higher tiered cards where you can start getting the cash backs. And then from there, you have that relationship. You show that, you're paying your bills on time. They move you up to getting pre-qualified for other member perks like the travel cards, like the access to the airport lounges and things like that.
That's good to know. That's really nice to know.
Okay, see, what about FOMO?
Oh, well, I mean, that's another best kept secret. Fear of missing out. Because I used to be one of those people. I felt like I had to be, if there was something going on, like I had to be there. But fear of missing out has emptied a lot of bank accounts. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people struggling because they don't want to miss out on things. Just because everyone is going doesn't mean you have to. Doesn't mean you have to participate. You know what I mean? If you know that you can't afford something, or something is going to put you in a financial strain, then we have to be adults and know that it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it.
That's
I
true
mean,
because
that's
you got to
my
be.
that's my opinion on it. Yeah, I mean, because you grow and you learn so much as you age. And I just
Mhm.
remember, when I was in my 20s and I was younger, you're always trying to do, if there's something going on, if there's an event, if there's somebody's having to get together, a party, you always want to be involved. If there's a trip, a boat ride, you want to be involved, you want to be included, but sometimes we can't afford to be included in all those things. And we have to know the difference.
Yeah, that's true. You got to realize when you in that season. Sometimes we're in a season where we can do those things, and that's perfectly fine. And then sometimes we're in a season where if we have bigger goals, then
Mhm.
sometimes going to all the different weekend excursions, going out to eat every other day, going out for girls' night every week on Thursday. It's not aligning with what goal that you set for yourself. So if you had a goal that by the end of the summer you wanted to buy a house, but you wanted to take 3 trips this summer, and you going to every happy hour, and you going to all the concerts, but you're not saving towards the down payment, there's an imbalance there. So we still want you to have fun. We still want you to be able to do things, but we also want you to hit that goal that's going to, help you for the rest of your life. That house is one of those things that you're going to be building upon for the rest of your life that maybe you can pass down, or it's the start of your portfolio. Maybe that's what is a start that is going to help lead you to the next property and the next property. So we just have to help you figure out, you know, is it more you want to come home to the memories and then your bank account is empty?
No, 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 honey.
Figure
The
out a way
real
to do
flex, yes, the real flex is coming home debt free now.
that.
Okay. Yes.
Okay, so what is your biggest summer spending weakness, see, when the summertime roll around? Are you going to the Usher and Chris Brown concert?
Girl, no. Mm-mm. No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Who's
I
going to the
really,
Usher and Chris Brown concert? Drop it in the chat. Y'all put y'all phone up so I can just watch it.
yeah, somebody go live from there so we can see too. I just, I just can't do it. I can't see. I mean, to me, if I'm going to spend that much money, it's going to be for some days, not a day.
Hmm.
I love
I
me
get
some Usher. I mean, I'll go back to the when he first came out, the nice and slow to up to now. You know, no, no, no. Mm-mm. I love it, but I just can't. I couldn't bring myself to pay for it.
now what them tickets is costing.
No, ma'am. That's a bill. That's a car payment. Somebody's mortgage, depending on where you want to sit.
I don't know. I think I look at things like that. If it's costing that much, I'm like, okay, do I want to go to this concert or do I want to like take a trip?
That part.
Right. And I think I more so be wanting to take the trip for a different type of experience because I'm just gonna turn the Usher song on the plane on the way to my trip.
I know that's right, honey. You can listen to them and you can stop it, pause it, play it when you want. You're not missing anything if you gotta go to the bathroom. Yes.
But
Mm-mm.
it's a preference. It's a preference. I'm just at that stage in my life. When I was younger, I was like, yeah, let's go to a concert. Let's go to Ravinia. Let's go over here. Yeah. So I was all about going to the concerts. But now, mm-mm. I'm gonna do a hard pass.
Mm-mm. No, ma'am.
Uh, Jill says she needs to
I
plan
understand what it's
better.
about.
Sure. Okay, we're gonna work on planning.
Yes,
On
yes.
planning this year.
More
If you
planning.
said how much is it? A lot.
A lot. I know
More than a car payment.
the cheap tickets that I heard about were $300, and those were like bad tickets. You know what I mean? So I can only imagine how much somebody's paying for a really good ticket. But that's
Hmm.
crazy. That's ridiculous. Um, what's one thing that you are saying no to this summer, Shantella?
One thing that I'm saying no to this summer. Okay, so we get a lot of invites to come to a lot of different events,
Mm,
and I have to kind of be conscious of that. And I want to show up for everyone because my heart is big, and I love everyone who's inviting us out. But it's just not possible, so I can't go to everything. So there's other weddings, there's vow renewals, there's birthday celebrations, anniversary celebrations, and I'm just like, I don't know what happened this year, but it felt like everybody was like 2026, let's do something big. There was a family reunion trip, a 10-day cruise to Alaska that, my family wanted us to go on. And I'm just like, I can't do that and go to Miami in May. And then it was October, my goddaughter's wedding, and then Nove is having their getaway trip. So it's kind of there's no way same month I can do both, right? So I just have to start. Even though I want to be there, and even September we had an invite, and then we have another event going on in September. So I kind of had to choose because I can't do everything because the budget's just not there for it, and physically my capacity is just not there for it. Sometimes we have to realize too that we can stretch ourselves way too thin. And I know for me, I can't do more than one event in a big event in a month, or I'm just gonna be wiped out as well too.
Yes, ma'am.
So embracing my no when it comes to having to go to certain events. I still feel a little sad about it, but I have to realize that I can't do everything. So that's my, yeah,
Can't do everything and you can't be everywhere at the same time, unfortunately.
yeah. Gotta kind of, pick and choose which ones that we can actually handle this year. So maybe 2027 will be a little bit better, but yeah. So
Yes,
we're also
ma'am.
trying to hit some other financial goals that we're working on. So I'm realizing that I can't go to all these events and then be able to hit my goal for 2027 and what we're planning. So yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
So see, vacation, staycation, or savingcation. What are you doing?
I'm gonna say how three. I mean, because I am gonna have a little bit of a vacation this summer, just a tiny bit of one, because we have our Nove training and stuff in Miami this year, and I'm going to stay down there a little extra day because it's my birthday. So putting those two together, so that's kind of one that's rolled up into one that'll work out for me. And other than that, I'll be in the house and working. So staycation, vacation, and we saving too.
All
Doing
three. I'm
big
gonna ask
stuff,
the chat.
all
So
three.
everybody, what are you working on this summer? Are you taking vacations? Are you a vacation king and queen this summer? Are you doing a staycation thing to try to save some money? Or are you saving vacation and you're not doing anything? You like, we're gonna have some backyard barbecues this
Hey,
summer.
there's nothing wrong with that too. Backyard barbecues, hey, that's always fun.
Mm-hmm. But a staycation is if you're just gonna be a tourist in your own city and you staying local with your vacation this year. Maybe you're just gonna go up for like Chicago, you're just gonna go down to the lake, maybe stay at a hotel downtown for a couple of days, let the kids run around the pool, or you're gonna plan some family vacations at the house. You're just gonna do some fun family things right there in your neighborhood. So, what are we doing this summer?
Yes.
Nita
I
said it's
remember.
all about popcorn. She's talking about Miami.
I know that's right. I think everybody looking forward to going to Miami. Super excited.
Yeah, I heard a couple of the team talking about going to the Keys while they're down there.
Oh, really? That's nice.
Hmm. Have to
That's
figure it out.
nice.
You can usually catch like a boat over
Mm-hmm.
for a day trip. It's not too expensive.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Okay, so what's the Queen challenge this week? See,
Um, our queen challenge for this week, ladies, queens, and I mean, the kings can participate if you like as well, but create a hot girl summer fun, or we can say a hot boy summer fun if you want. Um, put aside 20, 50, or $100 every week this summer. If I I think I'm going to start with the $100 because that is a good way to put that money aside because I'm trying to cut back on my spending anyway. Had to delete some apps and things from my phone, trying to be more disciplined with my spending. So I think I'm gonna try to do that $100 a week, and put that money aside so that way you can have some fun this summer. And if you don't decide to go on vacation or you don't decide to do a summer trip, you have money saved up. Treat yourself later because you did good. You spent, you saved.
well, I know that's right. I'm gonna be a little bit more modest. I'm aiming for the $50 a week.
50.
Yeah, it's whatever it looks like for you, everybody. So every week this summer, try to put away a little bit of money, whether it's
Mhm.
$10, $20, 50, or 100. Like C. And remember, no swiping more than what you have in your account. You
Right.
know, we're not trying to stress. We're not trying to have any regrets this summer. So we're gonna build up this vacation fund and get ready to go. And we
Yes.
aim for August. I don't know. I see Aziz in the chat. He has some gems dropping. Are you gonna have a hot boy summer, Mr. Shabazz?
He gonna have a hot boy summer. you funny. You so cute. She was like, oh.
He like, what you talking about, hot boy summer?
Oh, goodness
You know, he's gonna be
gracious.
on probation. He ain't gonna comment for the next 2 weeks because we said have a hot boy summer.
We probably like, what y'all talking about? Oh,
He gonna
dropping
tell Bossy
gems.
on.
Mm-mm-mm.
All right. Well, Queens, we gotta wrap things up because the Queens
Yes, we
got things to
do.
do. We just want to say thank you again for everybody chiming in and dropping some of their Queen tips as well. Thank you to our Kings who also jumped on the live this morning. We just want you all to remember that a hot girl summer isn't about impressing strangers. It's about enjoying your life and just protecting your peace.
Yes.
Keeping your money, working for you and not against you. So the goal isn't to look like you're rich for 90 days and struggle for the next 9 months. It's to
Mhm.
make sure that you're creating memories and building wealth so that you can walk into the next season of your finances and embrace your wealthy woman era, because I'm
Yes.
all about the wealthy woman era this year.
Yes, queen.
So that's real boss queen behavior right there. So we'll see you all next Tuesday. Again, remember to share this live if you felt like some gems was dropped today. Make sure you follow us on YouTube for our tips and tea live. See, you got anything you want to add in here?
Um, just thank you guys for tuning in. We definitely appreciate your love and support. We're always here to help. If there's anything we can do to assist you, you could always reach out to me specifically, Teacher Booker or Chantella Shabazz, any member of our Go Getter or Heavy Hitter team. We are definitely here to help you. And just thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to like, follow, and share, tag somebody in the live, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And have a blessed rest of your week.
Many blessings, everybody.